Hey there, everyone. Hey, it's Jenny Fennick here. I'm so psyched that we get to hang out today. Wow. I am going to be honest that I don't even really know what time it is. I'm totally thrown off because I just flew home from Arizona yesterday. I live in Massachusetts, Western Massachusetts, so it's totally cold outside where I am now. There's still snow on the ground, and yet I was just in the desert the last few days. So my time's all screwed up. My body's like, what? But we all get to hang out today. So I am just thrilled to be with you. Thank you so much for signing up to be here. Today, we are diving in. This is like my unique version of a webinar. We're going to be doing some video. I have some slides that I'll be showing you to go deep into our content. I'm going to be taking your questions, and we have a chat feature going on here. So we have a lot happening, and I want to thank my whole team for helping pull this together, especially since I was off in Arizona the last few days learning with my masterminding and just amazing group of business people that I get to call friends and colleagues. And we were really pulling all the pieces together for this webinar. So welcome. Today, we are going to be talking about, you're going to be learning how to convert your expertise into a successful coaching business. So this is really a training for coaches, for new and aspiring coaches. You know, I got this idea when I was really looking at, 2015, what do I want this year to be all about for me and for my tribe? Where do I feel I can make the biggest impact at this stage in my journey? And this is it. This is it. It's really a call to arms for coaches. And it doesn't matter if you're already a coach or if you're thinking about one, you're not quite one yet, you don't know if you're allowed to be called one yet, whatever camp you fall into, I want to say that you are supposed to be here. I'm excited to have you here. This is a really exciting place to be a coach in this day and age. When I started, I sound like back in my day when I used to walk to school. I trained to become a coach in 2008, and things have changed so much. And I'd like to say and tell you that there's never been a better time to be a coach. With the technologies that are available to you right now, and just the low cost and no cost solutions, you're in a really good place. However, there's just so much misinformation out there, and there's honestly a lack of solid training available to coaches who really want to create a sustainable, successful business. So today I'm going to tell you more about my journey. I'm going to teach you what you need to know, and then I'm going to tell you more about something that I am just over the moon about, a brand new creation that is a long time coming that I am doing to help new and aspiring coaches who actually want to make a living as a coach and who want to be great coaches. Because what I had seen in the market, there was a total lack. And I know because I went through a coach training course, and then I've trained extensively to be an entrepreneur, and it seemed that there wasn't something that had what you need all in one place, okay? And so I'm putting it together, and I'm gonna tell you more about that later during our training. So today, just so you know, this is gonna go like probably 75 to 90 minutes. I'm just gonna flow with it. We're gonna be in the moment, and I'm here to help you. So I want to hear from you right now. We do have this chat feature going. I'm pretty pumped to have that going. I've got I feel like I'm flying a plane right now. I got so much happening around me with my computer set up. I have a giant light in front of me. Hopefully I'm illuminated for you. I just have so much happening, but guess what? I'm doing it all from my home office. I don't have an office outside of my home. I don't want one right now. I run a 6-figure business, and I want to teach you how to do all this stuff. I want to show you the way. I mean, this is really what I'm fired up about right now. But before we get into the bulk of the training, I want to know who you are. Who's here with me? Who's here with me? We have this chat function going. So I want to, if you can just type in the chat feature underneath the video, tell me your name and tell me where you're from. Tell me your name and tell me where you're from. Go ahead. I want to hear from you. I see we have Sonia here, and if it's the Sonia who I know, who's a client of my Business Adventure School program, then I know Sonia is from New Zealand. Everyone else, tell me, where are you from? What's your name? What's your name? I want to hear from you. Okay, good. And yeah, my Darcy's here. If you all see her in the chat function, her handle is Your Savvy VA, and she's saying, yes, be sure to press the video play button to view. Okay, so you probably aren't hearing me if you didn't press the play button. Yay. So any questions, just let us know in the chat function as well, and we'll be able to help you. Got it? Awesome. Okay, great. We've got Emily from Richmond, Virginia. Hey, Emily. Susan from Germany. Patricia from Long Island. Renee from Portland, Oregon. Woo! I recognize a lot of your names. You are or have been students in some of my other courses. So great to have you represented here. Let us know who you are. Anyone else who wants to chime in, I'd love to be able to high five you, say your name, and welcome you. We've got Laura from Los Angeles. I hope I'm saying your name right. Marichi from New York. Awesome. Love it. Keep it going. Just let us know who you are. Sharon from Vancouver, Michelle, wherever Michelle is from. It's cool. I mean, you can see just the diverse geographic locations of everyone who's connecting in, which is super cool. Super cool. I love that. And that's really the power of coaching. Okay. Now, again, I know we have all different levels represented on this training, but as I get in to tell you more about my journey, you'll see that, I mean, I've been able to create this business from home, and I have clients and customers and students and tribe members from all over the world. It is amazing. I have 3 kids. They require a lot of my energy, and I've been able to do this like really through this computer that you're seeing now, through my personality, through getting some solid training. Okay, not just like pretending I know what I'm doing when I really don't have the skills and the tools that are available and easily learned. Okay, but it's by making those investments and then putting myself out there to connect with women just like you. And it's such an honor, and I want to help you because you can be doing this too. All right, we've got someone from Boston here. I think that's Michelle from Boston. Leah from Arizona. You missed the connection day. Oh, girl, it was so good. Nicole from Cincinnati. Emily. Is that Emily from GB? Is that Great Barrington, GB? That's pretty awesome if it is. That's where I'm at. That's where I am. Okay, good. So if you're just joining in, this is Jenny Fenning here. Welcome. We're just doing a shout out in the chat feature to let us know who you are, where you're from, and then we're going to get down to business. We've got Jen from Nashville. Just keep it coming. I love it. I'll just be checking in every so often so we can bond and connect and you can get what you need from this training. All right. We're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to learn. If you don't have a notebook and pen with you, I suggest that you have one, or just if you have a telegraphic memory, then that's cool too. But I'm such a note taker myself. I'm going to show, yes, Great Barrington. Okay, Emily, cool. I'm such a note taker. You'll see that I have, here's a notebook. I love this. One of my clients, Christine, gave this to me, and I absolutely adore it. And I just actually took this to, let me show you something. I was at a training just this week. You'll see what I did here. So I'm always writing notes and things come up for me. And so I suggest that if you don't know already what your style is, what your learning style is, that you get cozy with it, because that really will separate those who are successful doing this work and those who crash and burn or die a slow death. All right, I'm here to train the next generation of successful coaches, because nothing breaks my heart more than seeing those people out there. Yay, Michelle from Kripalu. Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you here. You're gonna rock it. I met this gal, Michelle, who's watching right now at Kripalu a few weekends ago, and she was just like, I'm ready to learn from you, Jenny. I told her, I'm creating this new course. I think it's gonna be perfect for you. Just wait, it's coming. I need some time to birth it. And she's just been hardcore, like so on it, reading my stuff, like learning, getting ready. And that's really what I look for. I can tell who's going to be, who's going to really make a run of this, who's going to be successful, and who doesn't have the energy, who doesn't have that commitment. And, what breaks my heart is when I see these people who've gone through coach training and who aren't making a living as a coach. They're just not. And I met a gal just this week when I was out at my training. This gal went through the exact same coach training as me, okay? We learned how to be amazing coaches, no doubt. However, what was missing was how to create a business as a coach, how to make it as a coach financially. And she even said that out of the alumni in her group, like there were like 30 people. Not one was making a full-time living as a coach, not one. And I saw the same thing happening with many of my classmates who I went through training with. No one was making a living as a coach, like a straight up coach. They had their own business as a coach. Now, if that's what you want to do, and a lot of people go into training for that reason, then that's a dashed dream right there, that you're not making a living. And I just was getting angry over the last few years. And I said, you know what? Enough. Like I can do something about it, because I've gone on to invest lots of money and lots of time and energy and traveling and meeting with people and putting myself out there and failing and succeeding and everything else. So I know what you need to make it as a coach. I know, and I'm going to teach you. So today, what we're looking at, I mean, this is all for you. So really get into this experience with me. Tune out anything else that's going on around you. Be here with me right now and with the other women, okay? Be here right now. You with me? Let's take a breath. You all are the next generation of change makers and coaches. Changing the world, making a difference with your magic and your mission and your message. You are. And we're all collectively here from wherever you are around the world. You saw everyone checking in when we first got here. And we're going to rock this thing together. We're going to rock this thing together. So I'm going to ask you right now, if you're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm going to guide you through a meditation. I'm going to guide you through something, because this is some big stuff. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is not some little side hobby. You know, being a coach is a calling. This is a huge opportunity. It's a huge responsibility. And if you're with me right now, then you've heard the call. I heard the call many, many years ago, and I've been on the road since then. You're hearing the call now too. But we need to come inside ourselves to muster up that inner fortitude. So I'm gonna lead you through a meditation, and then I'm gonna go into the training and teach you, and then I'll be taking questions throughout our experience. And as we get further down the line here, I'm going to unveil an opportunity for you. I'm so excited. Thank you again for being here. I feel very honored to share this time with you. So if you're in a safe place where you can close your eyes, like you're not driving or something else where it would be unsafe to close your eyes, then I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. You need to come into our bodies. You're safe right now. We're together and you're safe. I invite you now to focus on your breath. Focus on the energy coursing through your veins. The blood circulating throughout your body, through your feet, all the way up to the top of your head, top of your skull. Deeply inhaling. And on On your exhale, cleansing, 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 letting go of any old stuff, any residue, any stuff, crud, crap, fears, frustration, anxiety, guilt, shame, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. As a coach and a teacher and a light worker, you must keep your vessel, right? This body, this mind, this spirit, keep it clean, keep it light. Listen to my words as I help you remember how powerful and strong you are. As I say these words, say them to yourself. I am safe. I am happy. I am strong. I am at ease. I am safe. I am strong. I am happy. I am at ease. And now let's direct this meditation out to all beings. Join with me. Embody this energy with me. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be strong. May you be at ease. Beautiful. Beautiful. As you feel ready, you can come out of that meditation slowly. Just reacclimating to the room. Feeling any shift in your perception, any shift in your senses. Knowing that as this coach, as this leader, it is up to you to stay strong so that you can embody that strength and pass it on to your clients and the people you're here to serve. Now, this doesn't mean that you must be perfect, far from it. It simply means that we bring ourselves, our full selves, to everything that we do. All right, excellent. Excellent. So we're going to shift over to, I'm going to do some screen sharing with you. Here we go, screen share. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to walk you through some slides here. So you're not going to see my face for a little bit, but you're going to see some slides. Here we go. Start the screen share. Okay, here we go. Ka-ching. Okay, so we just did that. Okay, so let's go dive into this training. I know you all, this is a valuable investment that you're making in terms of time. And I want to make sure that you're getting some solid content, Okay, so we've talked about this. You know, you're feeling the call to coaching. Now, you may already be working with clients, or maybe you're just thinking about it. Maybe if you were like me, and I'm going to go into some of my story in a few moments, you've heard about this thing of coaching. Maybe you're seeing it online, okay? And it's bubbling things up for you, and you're like, I need to do this. This is what I'm here to do. And it's exciting, and it also can be very scary, but your calling is why you are here. It's your soul's reason for being here. That is your calling. This is what I talk about in my book, Get Gutsy. Some women, some humans, but I'm focusing on women right now. The work that I do at this stage of my business is for women. And a lot of women share with me that they don't know what their calling is. They don't know. And I get that. That was me. For many, many years, I did not know. And it was a horrible feeling because I wanted to know. I was waking up. So I'm asking you now, what is your calling? What is your soul's reason for being here? Yes, perhaps you're being drawn to coaching, but it's something deeper than that. All right? And this is something that I work very closely with my clients on. This is your purpose. This is your passion. It's your assignment. It's your soul's assignment, also called Dharma in the yogic philosophy. Dharma. D-H-A-R-M-A. I'm a big believer in this. And tapping into this has changed everything for me. I live my dream life. And I certainly have challenges. I certainly have my own stuff that I bump up against all the time. But let me tell you, I thank my lucky stars every single day for what I get to do, who I get to serve, my family, everything. And it's because I said yes to my calling. I said yes to cashing in on it. And I said yes to the path of coaching. So I'm going to empower you and inspire you today to do something that nobody else has done, something that will dazzle the world. That is the magic of being alive. You are so lucky to be alive. I am so lucky to be alive. We're still alive, so we're not done with our mission. We have not fulfilled our assignment yet. But you can be fulfilling your assignment every single day when you get onto that right path for you and for the people you're here to serve. So I'd like you to imagine that you get to wake up at the time you want to wake up every single day in a bed with someone or people. Like if you're like me, I woke up with 3 other people in my bed today. My husband and my 2 sons. They still love sleeping with us every night. They come down from their beds and you know what? We just flow with it. I have a 6-year-old son. I have an almost 4-year-old son. And now I have a baby who's 11 months old, a daughter. And yeah, it's pretty wild. So imagine you get to wake up at the time you'd like to, either with an alarm or without. And you get to have this wonderful breakfast, healthy, and then you get to design your ideal life. Maybe you hop down to your computer, your laptop. You're either in a space in your home that's dedicated just to your work. Maybe it's at your kitchen table. Maybe it's at your coffee table. And you have calls set up with amazing people you love talking to. These people are your clients. They're investing in themselves through your offerings. They're investing to connect with you so they can live their dream life. They can find their dream career, they can get healthier, they can find their magic relationship, they can do all those things that they want to deep down inside. And they know that you are the partner to them to help them do just that because they are tired of trying to figure that out on their own. So they've hired you. They've paid good money so that you can help them grow and do what they were put on this planet to do. You get to do these calls from your computer or from your phone. You get to connect with your clients online, maybe through a Facebook group. You get to create content that you just know it's in your body, it's in your bones. It's so easy for you to create this content because you live it every single day. It's the thing that you just know. You know this stuff and you actually can't believe that not everybody knows this stuff. But as you share it with your clients, they say, oh my gosh, that is so great. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Thank you. And you're saying, this is so wonderful. I should turn this into a free report, or I should turn this into an audio, or maybe a course. Maybe I should write a book. Wow, maybe I could host a workshop or a live event, or maybe I can sponsor some kind of gathering and let these other people know that I'm available and I'm here and I'm here to help them. This is what you do every day. And then you're receiving notes and emails and cards and gifts from these clients and from your tribe members thanking you for doing what comes so easily to you. And you're looking at your bank account going, oh my gosh, this is happening. I'm doing this. I'm doing this on my own. I'm making this money and it's growing. The more that I learn, the more that I grow. The more that I learn, the more that I grow. And this technology tools that are available to you, you can't even believe that these tools are available to you for free, some of them, for super low cost, others of them. And then there will be those opportunities for you to invest at a higher price point because you know it's going to take you to that next level. You know it's going to let you touch the lives that you're here to touch and live the kind of life that you want to live so that you can support your family, you can go on vacations, you can send your kids to whatever it is that they need to do to fulfill their mission in life. You can experience life. You can be healthy. You can go to all the exercise that you want to go to. You don't have to work 5 days a week if you don't want to. You can work the number of hours that you'd like around the important people in your lives' schedules. This is not a pipe dream. This is completely real. This is my life. And I want to tell you a bit more about my story so that you can see that if I can do it, by God, you can do it too. So back in 2007, I was a high-paid corporate superstar. I was earning $175,000 in my last corporate job, and I was, in fact, miserable. My soul was calling out to me saying, Jenny, what the hell are you doing? This is not what you're here to do any longer. It's time to make a change. I did not know what that change was. It was a very, very challenging time. If you've read my best-selling book, Get Gutsy, you know my story. But I will tell you that time in my life, I could hear that voice, my voice, the inner voice, what I talk about in my book. I could hear it. It was like, it was whispering to me for so many years, and then finally it started yelling. It said, Jenny, change. It's time to make a change. Be honest with yourself. Be honest. There's something that you are here to do that will change the world. And so I listened to that voice in the midst of my 200-hour yoga teacher training course. I quit my job. And yes, it was scary. I did not have another job lined up. I did not know. I didn't even know I was going to be a coach, gals. I didn't have this all set up. I wasn't on the entrepreneur path. I hadn't met any of the mentors that I've been working with since then. I was really on my own. So what did I do? I went to an ashram. For those of you who've read Eat, Pray, Love, Elizabeth Gilbert's book, I was having my own Eat, Pray, Love moment. Wow. And I went to this ashram in Virginia, and we have somebody here from Virginia. And it was fantastic. I went to the ashram called Yogaville. If you ever get the chance, I do suggest it. I'm a big believer in retreats and really going in deep and dancing with your soul. And so that's what I did. I went and hit the reset button, and I had to figure out who I was and that I needed to listen to my own voice and not to the other voices outside of me that was leading me in directions that really weren't the one that I was called to go in. And so I took some time to do that. And I realized that my path was not to go back into the corporate space, although I kept applying for jobs in the corporate space. I thought, well, that's what I know. I'll just apply for some jobs. Maybe I was just done with that other job and I need to get, a different job that pays me and I have a place to go and someone will tell me what to do. And I'm there to help fulfill someone else's mission. But that didn't transpire. Nothing panned out. No job opportunities that I was excited about were coming forward. But what I decided to do, and you'll see me in this photos I'm showing you, I started working for myself. I got a client. Just randomly, a guy who was a very wealthy, smart, yet scatterbrained guy, wanted to hire me to consult with him so he could build his brand in the world. I was essentially a coaching consultant to him, and it was exciting. I liked that I was getting a paycheck from this one individual, and I was on my own, and I could work from home. And as you see in this picture, this was me. This is actually my current house now, but at the time, it was my in-laws' vacation home. I now live in my in-laws' former vacation home. And we started coming here to spend time because we didn't want to be living in our New York City apartment all the time. I love to travel. I want to see the world. I want to live a non-traditional life, an unconventional life, a non-conformist life. If you get that, then you totally know what I'm talking about. And so I started working for this guy, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Although I was like, this isn't really all the way it. It's something else, but I do like working for myself. I like working for my computer. So lo and behold, I discovered the world of coaching. I attended a workshop. I met a gal who was a yoga teacher and a coach. And I said, what is this coach thing? I knew about like the traditional sports coaching kind of thing because, I had played sports growing up. My father was my all-time favorite coach. I was a softball player and he was my coach. but I heard about this thing of coaching. I started madly researching coaching schools, and I signed up for a coach training that was taking place. It was starting to take place in New York City. So this is me and my coach training program. And it was amazing. It was amazing to be in this coach training and learning from all of these gals and guys, and just being around all this great energy. And so that was it. I learned to become a coach and started getting clients immediately. And I want to just like make sure, I think everyone, yeah, you guys, you should be able to see this. I see somebody not seeing the slides. I don't know why you're not seeing the pictures. Darcy, if you have any ideas why they're not seeing the pictures, let me know, because they should be seeing the pictures. But if we still have trouble with that, let me know, and I'll just come back to the video, okay? But hopefully some of you all are seeing the pictures. Darcy, if you're not, or if you have any ideas, just type in the chat feature and let them know. So what was happening is I started getting clients, and it was awesome. I was getting clients. I was like on cloud 9,000 because I was getting paid to do what I wanted to do anyway. Okay, so some of you aren't seeing anything. I don't know why. All right, well, so let me see. Present to everyone. Oh, okay, can you see now? Can you see them now? Let's see. Your screen sharing and presenting to everyone. Okay, can you see, let's see if you can see it now. Boom. Type in there in the chat feature if you can see it now, because maybe I didn't press like one particular button. Tell me if you can. All right, you should be seeing a picture of a check. Do you see it? Let me know. I'm gonna keep going. All right, so I'm getting clients. People are paying me. It was awesome. I'm psyched. And I started just learning. And okay, all slides fine here, perfect. So if you're having issues with the slides, I'm sorry. Some people are seeing them, but just stay with me, listen to my words, and try not to get distracted by a lack of slide. All right, so I then parlayed my private coaching, one-on-one coaching, into working with groups. And this was when everything started opening up for me. I started leading new mom support groups, just taking my training as a coach. Okay, this is what I learned from my coach training, and just being confident and putting myself out there and helping these women with whatever it is they were challenged by. And in this case, I'd become a mother, and I started leading new mom support groups using my coaching expertise. And it was just wild. I'm like, I can't believe this is so cool. I get to do this. This is what I was put on earth to do. This is what I was put on earth to do. It was so, so fulfilling. And it was all because I said yes to being a coach. All right. But what happened is that I realized the model that I was taught in coach training, I learned how to be a great coach. However, I did not learn how to make a great living as a coach. The business training wasn't there. The entrepreneurial training wasn't there. And so I said yes to investing to work with top mentors. One of my longtime mentors is Allie Brown. I adore this woman. I was just with her in Arizona this week. And I signed up to work with her in late 2009. And that changed everything for me. I've worked with her for several years. We've become very close. And that's what it was for me, is I had to invest outside of the coach training I went through to actually learn how to make it as a coach, because as I mentioned earlier, a lot of coaches do not make it. Most that went through the classic coach training schools, whose job it is to churn out certified coaches, so many of these people do not make it as coaches because they lack the business and the entrepreneurial and the marketing skills. So that is what I am here to teach. And I've been doing this in a lot of my courses, and you'll hear in just a little bit later, then I'm creating something specifically for coaches, So one of my mentors is a woman named Fabienne Fredrickson. She's amazing, and she taught me so much. She taught me so much about really rocking it as a coach. I started leading retreats for women. and totally living the dream. But it was only because I said yes to learning everything I could about making it as a coach, as an entrepreneur, and a marketer. My vision board has done so much for me. Who here has done vision boards? If you have, I just want to hear about that in the chat feature. And again, if you're having issues with seeing the slides, you can see there's been some conversation about that. Darcy says, try pausing the video and restarting it. We are recording this, so we'll send it back out if you're missing just some visuals, but really just listen to my voice, okay? That's what I'm teaching you. Listen to my voice. And if you've done vision boards, just type in the chat feature. I want to see how many of you all have gotten into vision boarding and all that good stuff. My vision board has changed so much of my life. Just let me know in the chat feature if you've done vision boards. I just started creating them and using them. And if you've read my book, you read a story about vision boards. And it really is the first step in a process that I teach. Vision boarding, I then traded that, put that into my programs. I started teaching about the tool. I created a product called Vision Board Magic DVD, and vision boarding has totally changed my life. Totally, totally changed my life. And it's awesome. It is awesome to be able to do this work and do it for my family. Do it for my family. Do it for the people that I'm here to serve. Yeah, I see you all saying. I have 2 vision boards, one for business, one for personal. I did my vision board a couple of weeks ago. Nice, good. I know, Renee, you're in the Live Your Dream Challenge, girl, aren't you? Cool, awesome. Yeah, so vision boards are huge. This is something, and so what I want to teach you, like in this training, and then those of you who go in deeper with me and are part of my brand new Get Gutsy Coach Training School, which you're going to hear about, you're really going to see how I've taken my teachings, my content, and I have sliced and diced it in all these different ways, and that's why my business is successful, and that's what I want to teach you to do. All right? So I love hearing you all about vision boards, and then those of you who can see the slide in front of you, all right, well, you know, if you haven't done a vision board, we're going to help you. But, and those of you who've read Get Gutsy, you know that I still have her. She's my younger sister. She's not here in body. Her name is Julie, and you can see us if you can see the slides in this picture with our matching tuxedo bathing suit. So cute, right? And she passed away when I was 16 and she was 12. She had brain cancer. And I think about her all the time. And she really is such an inspiration for me. And she's with me doing this work. I did a session with an intuitive healer many years ago, and she told me that my sister is doing similar work on the other side, in heaven, you know, in the afterlife, whatever your belief system is. I believe in heaven. I do talk about God. But I welcome you to have your own belief system, whatever feels good to you. This is mine. And Julie is here with us right now. She's here in this session. She is championing you. She is just saying, yes, do this. Be visible. Be vulnerable, be victorious as you do the work that you came here to do. All right, so that's my story. I mean, my business, until I got that training, until I really took things, I saw that I was on a path for destruction with the business. And I finally just said, you know, I've got to make a change because I'm doing this for my life, you know, for my livelihood, for the women that I'm here to serve. This is a non-negotiable. And so, yes, I want to be a great coach, but I also am committed to creating a sustainable, successful coaching business. There's no way around it. And if you want the same thing, if you are ready for this, then let me tell you what I've learned and how you're going to be able to do this. All right, so your expertise, the stuff that you have in you right now, it's your life experiences, it's just what you know to be true, it's the stuff that you've gone to school for, you've done in the working world, whatever it is. This is the foundation of your coaching business and creative platform. All right, it just is. And I want to talk to you first about your story. Okay, this is how we're getting into the bulk of the coaching and this content for today. So if you want to convert your expertise into a successful coaching business, you must claim your story, own your story, know your story, and be able to write and tell your story in the most compelling way possible. You might think your story is no big deal. You might think, well, everyone's gone through this. This is like a no-brainer. It's so easy. You are doing yourself and your people a grave disservice if that's the way that you think. Your story is significant. Your story matters, and you must share it. So an action step for you is to write your story in the most compelling way possible. All right, like don't leave stuff out. Don't think, well, gosh, no. Like I want you to be looking for pivot points, highlights, lowlights, things that, whoa, wow, that shows people what you're made of. That's what attracts people to you. To be a successful coach and a teacher and a leader and a light worker, you must attract people to you. You must. Think about those people who you've followed. I mean, you're on this with me right now. Why are you drawn to this? What is it about my story? What is it about me that draws you to want to learn from me? You have that inside of you too. You must claim it. And I want to help you claim that on a larger scale. So remember, your mess is your message. Your mess is your message. Don't shy away from it. Again, if you've read my book, Get Gutsy, you know that I am sharing very vulnerably in that book. And it was hard. It was fucking hard. Let me just drop an F-bomb there. I hope you're not offended by the F-bomb. That was hard. And it was scary. And it took me many years to birth it. However, I needed to share that so that I could show you the way. I could show you that you could create magic out of your story and out of your mission. That is what you're going to do if you truly are going to make it as a coach. Now, you can take your story and use it on your website's about page. If you already have a website, if you don't have one yet, don't worry. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about how I can hold your hand. We've got this great offering for you that's going to really help you step it up as a coach. You can take your story, you can use it in speeches, you can use it in workshops, you can use it in books and beyond. All right, so write down notes for yourself and say, just, ideas. Where can I slice and dice my story, my message? It's really your message, okay? That's your story. How could you slice and dice that and use that in different capacities? Okay, that's an action item for you to stew on. All right, I want you to take something from this. Regardless if we work together, in the future, in this next offering that I have, I want you to take something from this course because, again, it breaks my heart when I see coaches out there not really claiming their magic and not making it out there as a coach. So I want to share with you a case study from Get Gutsy. Oh, thank you for sharing about my book. All right, so Get Gutsy, wow. That content has been sliced and diced in just about every capacity possible, okay? And the book was like the next step for me on my journey. That the content that I share in my book was essentially the process that I was taking my private one-on-one clients through when I first started working with clients back in 2008, okay? 2008. 2009, 2010, I was taking these private clients through that process, okay? Just giving them these different tools to use in their own lives so they can find their way in their career. I wasn't really teaching about business necessarily because I was still in my infancy in my business. So I was teaching them these tools. And then I created a course called the Live Your Dream Challenge. It was like a group coaching program. I rolled that out and it was very successful. I also was teaching a live workshop called Goddesses, Guts, and Glory. And we would do vision boarding at my workshop. And this would be like a 3-hour workshop, let's say. And I was doing vision boarding and some guided visualization. It was really powerful. So I was doing these workshops. I had this group coaching course. I had my private clients. And then I created it's like a 9-month mastermind. And that was kind of like my first mastermind where it was curriculum and content. And then we had some live meetings. And then I had my first ever retreat called the Retreat for Goddesses. And we did vision boarding at the Retreat for Goddesses and lots of other stuff that I share and Get Gutsy. Okay. And so I continued honing this material, shaping it, sharing it, turning it into blog posts, guest speaking opportunities, teleclasses, telesummits. I mean, you name it, I have been there, done that. And then finally, I wrote my book. Okay, and then this book has opened up a wealth of opportunities. I was just interviewed for Ali Brown's Glambition Radio. That was huge. I just received an invitation to speak on a huge podcast called Entrepreneur on Fire. And now I was given the opportunity to be a contributor and be a part of the NBC's Today Show. They have the Today Parenting team. I am on that team. I'm a contributor to that platform, and it was because I put my work into this book, Get Gutsy. I've said yes to doing this, ladies. I have said yes. And now we're going to be birthing the Get Gutsy Coach Training School. Get Gutsy Coach Training School, which I'll go into in a bit. All right. Woo! Woo! All right, so that's the stuff on story. Let's go into your strengths. Let's go into your strengths. And I hope by sharing my case study, you got some ideas. You got some ideas about, hey, what can I do with all my stuff? Okay, again, you're going to slice and dice it in all these different ways. Our message evolves over time. It doesn't change completely. Often we're sharing the same stuff just over and over. We're fine-tuning it. We're evolving it. Maybe we're moving into a new territory, right? But I want you to really get comfortable with your message because you're going to be sharing it a lot. And just about the time that you're getting sick of sharing it and your story, guess what? That's when it's just taken off and people are getting it. They're like, oh, wow, she's good. She's serious. She's going places. She's committed. She's not going to crash and burn. She's not going to just give up like so many do, because this is an intense road. I'm not going to pretend that it's rainbows and roses every day. It's awesome, but it's a huge responsibility and it's a huge opportunity. And I'm so stoked I get to teach this to you right now. So the other area you're going to want to look at are your strengths. All right, so here's an action item for you. I'm going to suggest that you ask your closest confidants what they see as your strengths. What do they see as your strengths? You get on the phone with some of them, send an email, send a text, however you want to do it. Be cool to have at least one conversation, like on the phone on this, and ask people who are going to be honest with you, but also be really kind, okay? Don't call somebody who always is just like such a negative Nelly, a negative Ned, who always just wants to like rain on your parade, who's like passive aggressive, who like pretends they're a friend, but they're really not. Don't talk to them about this. All right. Get those people who like know you. They believe in you. They're not threatened by you. They're not jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, if you're already working with clients, you could ask them too, what they see as your strengths, what they feel is your secret sauce. Ask them, what is it that drew you to me? Why did you want to work with me? Kind of thing. It's really interesting because again, they'll see things in you that you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize like that's unique, because you just think everyone has it. When it's your strength, when it's your gift, when it's your talent. You must claim your credibility and experience in the market. Okay? If you any awards that you've won, if you've done this pretty cool project, you've lived in like 17 countries, whatever it is that makes you unique. Claim this. This is interesting. People like details. This is what's going to make you stand out as a coach. We need that. Our brains need the details, okay? And let's move into this element around your offerings. And then I want to take some questions, and then I want to tell you more about the Get Gutsy Coach Training School, which we are introducing today. It's going live today. I pulled like an all-nighter pretty much in Arizona to pull so much of it together. I believe in it so much. I'm just so psyched. I can't wait to see who steps forward, who applies for a spot and steps forward. It would be just an extreme pleasure and joy and opportunity and honor to guide you like this. So, okay, let's move into this element. Okay, this is where you really, the money piece comes in, okay? Your offerings. You must intuitively and wisely package your offerings. Let me tell you, these one-off hourly sessions are a slippery slope. Here's why. When you package your offerings, when you can put together, like, let's say a 3-month package for your client, what's going to happen? They're going to be more committed to it. You're going to be more committed to it. They're heavily invested. They've paid whatever it is the package is priced at. You know, let's imagine you could price something for, you know, anywhere from like $800 to like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, one of my offerings, we have a mastermind, a year-long mastermind, that's around $15,000. That's a package. That's a package. You know, doing these one-off hourly sessions for like $100 or $50, please do not price by the hour. If you get nothing else from this training today, get that. You're pricing by the transformation, by the result. And when you can package what you have, focusing on the result, your client is buying the result. They're not buying all the elements, they're buying the result. Okay, if you look at how I've done things, and I want you to look at what we've done in the Coach Training School so you can see, because it's a package, okay? I want you to see what I've done. And those of you who join with me in that school, I'm gonna tell you the back end of everything, how I've made decisions, showing you examples, and you know, encouraging you to do your stuff. You're gonna have a form to be able to share what you've done and get that feedback. I mean, it's going to be electric. And I had a client recently, and she's just breaking into the coaching world. And, you know, I was inspired to do this because I would have clients and they like wanted to be coaches because they see it happening in the online space. So I'm like, oh my God, I can totally do this and have this like 6-figure business, 7-figure business. I'll just be a coach. But they had no clue how to actually like be a coach, how to create sessions, you know, what to even do during a session, how to package things. And I was trying to teach them one-off, and I'm like, dude, I need to create like a full-on, I need to create a school. I mean, and that's why I'm doing it. All right, so your offerings also, as I've said, multi-month engagements get the best results, the deepest commitment, the highest price point. This is a huge issue with most coaches because what happens is that you have inconsistent or non-existent cash flow. And so you're not coaching. You're wanting to coach, but you're really not because you can't afford it. You think you can't afford to do it. You're like, oh my God, I'm like hardly making any money. And you're always just trying to pull in clients to pay you like $100 or something. There's a better way. There's a better way to do this. So I want you to think packages, VIP days, workshops, retreats, teleclasses, webinars, things that I have been doing this entire time. Okay, this is what I've been doing. This is my life's work. You get it? And I want to answer your questions on this too. All right, so if you have questions too, I'm going to ask that you just put them in the chat box. Anything that's come up for you so far, because I'm going to head there in just a few moments. I want to see if we have any questions, things that have come up, like specifically with your business. I'm here to help you. And I'm also going to invite you to apply for our Get Guide to the Coach Training School, okay? Because I want to work with you. I don't want to just say goodbye to you after today and let you fend for yourself on this. If you want help, I can help you. So if you have questions already about what I've covered, go to the chat feature, type them in there, specific to your business. That's fine. Let's go. Let's do this thing. All right, so your online headquarters is this other element you need to look at when you want to convert your expertise into a successful coaching business. So you're going to be creating a digital home base to attract your tribe. And this is easier and cheaper than it has ever been. This is easier and cheaper than it has ever been. Now, know this magical fact. You can help clients all over the world through the magic of technology and automation and love. You know, we use a platform called Leadpages. And Leadpages, if you signed up for this webinar just on its own, then you signed up through a platform called Leadpages. And we love this. So this is a great place that you can start offering up your free content. You can get people to join your list. I want to talk to you about people joining your list and knowing that this is like a crucial piece of being a coach. Crucial piece of being a coach. All right, so all these tools are really, really relevant to you. You don't have to build out like this huge website. You know, you want to at some point, but you don't even have to when you first get started. Okay, something like a Leadpages is perfect for you. just getting people to know what you are. You can give them some kind of freebie. And when you do this, know that you can help clients all over the world through the magic of technology and automation and love. I have clients all over. So I don't care if you live in Idaho or Germany or Hawaii or wherever, you can have clients all over. They don't just have to be in your geographic area. They don't just have to be in your geographic area. I live in the Western Massachusetts, and I have some clients here, and that's really cool. I love that. But the majority of my clients are not here. I don't meet with my clients in person. When we do, especially as I was creating my coaching business in the early days, I was coaching them by phone, on the phone. Okay, and now I have these programs and courses, and we deliver content through technology. And then for some of my higher level courses, we will have some in-person offerings, some in-person experiences that are part of that. All right, so again, if you have questions, go into the chat feature so I can see them. And those of you who are still having issues with the slides, yeah, we'll give you the replay. Don't worry. I know some of you are having no problem. It really does depend on your internet speed. Things have to buffer and all that good stuff. I will say about technology, I love it. And you know what else? It doesn't always work perfect all the time, like ever. So just know that, especially those of you who want to use more technology in your business. We have some really great tools, and we swear by them. But sometimes when you do things like this, you're going to have, no matter what the tech is, it's just going to be that way. I was listening to a webinar as a student, and the gal was teaching us about Facebook ads, and she wanted to show us this, like in the Facebook platform, and it just wasn't working. You know, the Facebook, a huge technology company, their platform wasn't working. So there you go. Shit happens, and you just have to roll with it and get the value from it any which way you can. So I want to share too this quote by soccer star Mia Hamm: "True champions aren't always the ones that win, but those with the most guts." All right, so I see we've got some questions coming in, and I'm going to answer those questions. So keep getting those questions in. And then for those of you who were just about at the top of the hour, if some of you had to go at the top of the hour, I want to give you the URL for my new coach training school. It's getgutsycoachtraining.com. getgutsycoachtraining.com. This is the Get Gutsy Coach Training School. This is where we will be teaching the next generation of coaches to make a difference and a great living, because both are important. You cannot make a difference if you're not able to make a great living. It's just the way that it is. And I realized that after doing it on my own and realizing, oh my God, this is so awesome, but yet the money is just not working. And I just said that something has to be done. And so I'm putting it all together in the Get Gutsy Coach Training School, getgutsycoachtraining.com. I'm going to walk you through that in a few moments after. I know I have at least one question here, so I want to take that. And let's see here. I am going to stop screen sharing, and you should just be able to see me again. Hey guys, so here we are. And this is my office, all right? This is where I am. And my sweater is kind of blending in with this orange, isn't it? Kind of look like I just am part of the wall. Orange is one of my favorite colors. So this is my space. This is where I do my stuff. And that stone back there, in case you're wondering, that's citrine. I love crystals. And citrine is called the success stone. It helps attract in abundance. And I just love that thing. It sparkles. So I suggest that you look at your space and you ensure that it is sacred and supportive as you do your big work in the world. Really crucial. And that's stuff that we're going to look at for sure in the Get Gutsy Coach Training School. Okay, so again, any questions, anything that you want me to, talk to you about, share about, please come and type them in. Okay, so Sonia says, when you book a client for 3 months, do you insist on upfront payment? Or if not, how do you ensure the client continues for 3 months? High five, Sonia. Great question. I think this is my girl Sonia from the Business Adventure School. That's our year-long mastermind program, and Sonia is just a superstar in there. Okay, I love this question. It's great. Payment is important. All right, so for a 3-month engagement, what I'm going to suggest is that you give 2 options to your client, who may just be a prospect, right, when you're laying this out to them. So you can give a pay in full option, And when you give the pay in full option, let's pretend that the pay in full option is $2,000, okay? I'm just gonna pull out my calculator here. All right, let's pretend that your pay in full is $2,000 or like 1997. You know, you can play with these different numbers and everyone does it differently. But let's just say it's $2,000. All right, so your client, if they want to pay in full, they can totally do that, $2,000, and they can invest through, you know, some people like to use I used PayPal when I was first getting started. I would send them a PayPal link, they would pay. PayPal's come a long way. I think they have like buttons you can put onto your site and everything's like a lot further advanced than when I was first starting. So they can invest $2,000 right up there through the link, or if you can take the card over the phone, like whatever it is that you do, if they send you a check, that's all fine. Or you can divide that into 3 installments. But there is an installment charge because you are taking a risk that they might not pay for the whole thing. Now, let's not even attract in clients like that, but unfortunately it happens. But it's not going to happen too often. You know, most people, you have to be really clear with your terms, and they still should sign an agreement saying that they are committed to paying, they're getting this transformation, blah, blah, blah. You know, so all these agreements, this is stuff that we're really going to go into in the Get Gutsy Coach Training School because the agreements are huge. But let's just say that you're going to get, like, you know, if they pay over time, like the price is $2,300. I'm just making that up. And you can divide that out by 3 payments, right? So they could pay 3 payments of $766. Okay, and what I like is to have it. You have their credit card information, so they automatically are getting charged every 3 months. You don't have to chase them and get you know, get their information again. They're not sending you a check every 3 months. It's like you need to get that payment. You feel better about it. It's done. It's easy for them, and you can move on. You can even have it where they would fill out like a form and they're saying, yes, I want to pay in full, or I'm going to do the installment plan. They write their payment information on there, like their credit card information, and then you can just process it every month. Yep, exactly. Okay, so, and then the client continues for 3 months. It's just you're engaged and you have it all set out. They're getting X number of calls. They're getting, if you're giving them homework in between sessions or any kind of content, and that's just it. It's a non-negotiable. It's just happening. But it's really about getting that payment information. I don't want you to be waiting on a check every month. I don't want you to not have their payment information. It's just you have it and it's set and you process it every 3 months. That's a best practice. That is something that I've learned the hard way. And I like that better too. I like packages. I do. It's set. Then you know it's good. And then you know also how many people you have in your business at that stage. How many clients can you serve? You know what I mean? So that's my tip for you, Sonia. I hope that's helpful. Anything else that you need? Okay, cool. Yeah, somebody wrote, I currently do packages with my clients now, 5 each session, or 10 sessions, not 3 months. That's a package too. Now, if you're doing like a 5-session package or a 10-session package, what I'm going to suggest is that there is a time limit on that, so that somebody can't come back to you 5 years from now and is like, I didn't use any of my sessions. And you're like, oh my gosh, like my business has totally moved on. We're doing different stuff now. Like there needs to be a time limit on that. Definitely a time limit. All right, somebody's saying they want some help on lead pages. Totally. Like we're going to be looking at all that stuff in Get Gutsy Coach Training School. All right, so any other questions or comments in there about like packages, pricing? I mean, that's the real meaty stuff. That's the stuff that, again, that's what I see when I see coaches are like, yeah, it's one session, you know, my sessions, I charge $60 an hour and you can sign up for my life coaching session. I'm like, oh God. I know my heart, again, that's my heart sings. I'm like, oh God, this isn't, I'm concerned. I'm concerned because it's not sustainable. If I really dig in deep with those people, they will tell me it's not going so well. It's not going so well. Now, you're going to be doing like, oftentimes we'll do like, they taught, and when I went through coach training, they said to call them complimentary sessions. I don't believe in complimentary sessions. I don't, because what, am I going to go to a massage therapist and say, can you give me a complimentary massage? A hairstylist, can you give me a complimentary haircut? Hell no. Don't poo-poo the power of coaching because it's coaching, do a discovery session with somebody. You know, it's like the way we position it, it's the way that we call it. Do a discovery session. Do an enrollment conversation. Let's do, I had a coach call it like a get acquainted session. I'm not coaching you for free. We are talking about, is it wise for us to collaborate? Are we doing this together? That kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's my tip for you on that. All right, so listen, gals, I want to tell you about the Get Gutsy Coach Training School. Any other questions, just stick them in here in the forum. I'll be happy to address them. Oh, wow. All right, here we go. I'm just pulling this up. All right, where is this thing? Here it is. Okay, so this is amazing. I'm so excited about this. Get Gutsy Coach Training School. All right, for those of you who aren't having issues seeing the slides, I want to see if I can kind of walk you through the page here. All right, and if you are having problems seeing the slides, then just go back and listen to the replay. And just listen to my words, all right? Or you know what? You can actually freaking go to the page. Just go to the page. Go to getgutsycoachtraining.com. getgutsycoachtraining.com. There you go. That's probably the best thing to do. Just go to getgutsycoachtraining.com. So this is what is so needed in the market. I am teaching the next generation of coaches to make a difference and a great living. Now listen, we are doing applications for this school. I did so much research as I was birthing this. And I'm honestly shocked when I see coaching schools just letting anybody register. Not everybody is cut out to be a coach. Shocker, right? Like, not everybody is. So I want to ensure that those of you who want to be in this, we've asked you some questions to make sure that like what you're expecting and your energy and all that, it's a fit for what we're doing here. That you're a fit for this school. And so many of them out there just seem like they were just wanting to let anybody in. I'm like, that's not wise in my view. We've got to ensure an energetic fit here, okay? That's why we're doing the applications. Now, if this is something that calls out to you, you're here on this training, there's a very high likelihood that this is for you. The application process lets us know that we're on target with that, okay? So if you're on getgutsycoachtraining.com, you can just walk through this. If you're just wanting to kind of see me do it, you should be seeing this on your screen. Now, we have been pulling this together fast and furiously. Know that this navigation bar, if you click on those don't work yet, but they will. This is a lesson for you. My wonderful designer, Raina Hennon, we're doing the best that we can on this. And you know what? We had to just get it out now and not wait till it was, quote, perfect. So some of the elements of the page, the design of the page will tweak during our launch over the next few weeks. But the content and what I want to share with you, what this is solid. So this is your opportunity to step into your highest calling as you share your coaching gifts with clients you adore. This is your opportunity to work with clients while you're still in training. Those of you who, who aren't coaching yet, some of you are, I know you. And I'm like, you're out there coaching, but you just don't know a lot of the stuff that I know about making a real sustainable, successful coaching business. You can keep rocking it with your clients. You're going to start making tweaks and just bringing in more money and just, oh my gosh, it's going to feel so great. Some of you aren't working with clients yet, but guess what? You will be during our training if you want to be. You're going to learn how to earn a great living. For me, I'm an award-winning entrepreneur. I am hardcore on this. Like this year especially, I'm taking my business to new heights and I want to take you with me. This is 100% online learning immersion. There are some optional in-person experiences. But if you just want the online stuff, that's what we can do. You can train to become a coach from anywhere in the world. Someone asks how often we'll be offering this class. And you'll see that's a FAQ on the page. This is the only time in 2015. The only time in 2015 that we'll be offering this. All right, so if you want to do it this year, this is it. My feeling is that we will offer this in 2016, maybe more than once in 2016, but we're going to focus on 2015, one at a time. And if this is calling out to you, do it now. Do it now. The price point, as you'll see as I get to that, is, again, I looked around, everyone in the market, this is so sexy, this price point. I mean, my coach training school that I went to was $9,000. And I didn't learn how to make a living as a coach. I learned how to be a great coach. The coach training that we've put up together for you, so much less, but so much more. Lower investment level financially, so much more you're gonna get, so much more, because I wanna make this easy for you, and I want you to be successful, okay? So you read through this. This is just, my story as you go through this, and because I want to tell you my story, because that's where you see what's possible for you, okay? This course, this school, our inaugural class, we kick off on April 8th, which is also the birthday of my grandmother, Eleanor Prophet, who passed away a number of years ago, but she is so with me. I know she's proud of me. So I'm honoring my queen of a grandmother, Eleanor. I love that lady. And we're going to kick off on my grandma's birthday, April 8th. I do that too, just a little tip for you all. As you're putting things together, as you're birthing things, look at those auspicious dates on your calendar, like birthdays, anniversaries of things, whatever. Those are powerful moments for you to do your work in the world. You know what I'm talking about. Have fun with those. All right, so my story, I want you to read that. I want you to see what I went through. You'll see some photos of me coaching, doing this thing. All right, so what I want to make sure you know is that being an amazing coach is one thing. Making a sustainable living as a coach is another. Most coach training schools are committed to helping you be an amazing coach. The business piece gets left behind. Even if they try to teach you the business piece, guess what? They're not doing it. Like, I'm living this. This is not just theory. I'm not just a teacher. I'm a practitioner. I am doing this. This is real. I am in the trenches with you, testing stuff, sharing what's working. I am doing it. We are helping you become a confident coach, an authentic marketer, a smart entrepreneur. This is what the magic is. If you just focus on that online hype that tells you can learn about having an online business, because that's the fast and easy path to cash and clients and freedom, but you don't know how to coach, and I see that happening, and that was a big impetus for me creating this, there's a big problem. That's like sending all these people to your beautiful boutique and your pretty website and all that, but guess what? You don't have anything to sell. You don't know how to package your stuff up. You don't know how to present your story. You have nothing to sell. So what? You have a great website. You have nothing to sell. You won't be in business very long. And if you're just trying to follow the crowd and fake your way through coaching, it's only a matter of time before that lack of training catches up with you. You will be unable to coach from a place of wisdom, practice, and integrity. That's why we created the Get Gutsy Coach Training School. You're going to get the tools, skills, and business blocks you need to confidently step out as a coach as your new career. Okay, you may just be a complete career changer like I was. I completely came into this new career. Or perhaps as a supplement to the work you're doing now as a healer, a psychotherapist, a social worker, a yoga teacher, consultant, financial advisor, personal trainer, nutritionist, massage therapist, web designer, writer, and more. All right, so you can read through who this is for. All right, who it's not for, that's equally as important as who it's for. And then if it calls out to you, submit your application. Submit your application. Here's the curriculum, just so you can get a sense of what we're covering. And then again, any other questions, just type them in the form. I'll be spending some time with you all. I want to make sure that you're getting this stuff. All right? So we're focusing on 3 golden keys. Number 1, the coach's path, your sacred calling and opportunity. Number 2, skills and tools every transformational coach must master. And number 3, making a great living as a coach, a marketer, and entrepreneur. These are the 3 keys that from all of my experience, all my years doing this is what I believe you need to know. All right, again, we begin on April 8th. This lasts for 4 months. Don't worry if you're gonna be on vacation for portions of it. Like, we got you covered. All the training is online, okay? You're gonna get the all the lessons, the modules, it's all gonna drop into your email box over time. We're gonna have group coaching calls. I'll tell you more about that, but don't start making excuses right now of why you can't do this. That is what unsuccessful people do. They start making excuses immediately. Look at my life, you guys. Look at what I just was in Arizona. I have 3 kids. I made that happen. I almost did an all-nighter to pull this thing together for you. Then flew on a plane yesterday all day. And my life has changed as a result. Me being out there, the people who I met, the ideas that I got. I didn't get this far by making excuses. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that. So here it is. This is your sacred calling and opportunity. All right, we're covering a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about the difference between coaching and all these different modalities. We're gonna look at the rules you live by. And we're really looking at this journey that you're on. You've got to be doing your own inner work. All right, get intimate with your fears and doubts, claim those gifts, looking at all this stuff. We're gonna look at visualization. We're gonna look at this foundation that you have. And this is this crucial first piece that we're gonna spend the first segment of our training on. Then we move into tool number 2, the skills and the tools, okay? This is what most coaches don't realize, the ones who are just calling themselves coach but haven't really trained to be one. This is huge. This is what separates the pros from the amateurs. We're gonna be looking at redefining the relationship with the inner critic. This is huge. I want to show you how to do this. You can do this with your clients. They are going to go crazy for this. This is so massive. You're going to learn how to ask empowering questions. Guess what? You don't need to know all the answers for your clients. This is what some of mine come to me. They're like, how do I do it? I'm like, yes, you just have to ask empowering questions. You don't have to be a perfect human being either. You need to know how to ask questions and know when to ask them, when not to ask them, right? You're going to learn skills like how to move through blocks, how to plant seeds. All right, Darcy, if you can, and type the link into the chat feature, Darcy, it's getgutsycoachtraining.com. Getgutsycoachtraining.com. Anyone who wants to go in there, if you already know you want to submit your application, pull that page up, getgutsycoachtraining.com. And Darcy, if you want to just type that link in the chat feature, that'd be great. Other tools we're going to look at, how to steer clear of victim and vampire energy. Huge. How to use the tools used in my book, Get Gutsy, to aid in massive shifts. And how to develop boundaries, policies, procedures, all that stuff that Sonia was asking about before. How do you make sure they pay? No, that's the stuff that they need to get at the beginning of the coaching engagement so that you're not worried about that. You're not worried about that, okay? And I'm just making sure you guys have this. There it is, getgutsycoachtraining.com. This is huge. We're going to spend the bulk of our training here, okay? And then finally, and this is where the rubber hits the road, making a great living as a coach, a marketer, and an entrepreneur. You can't just be a coach, you can't just be a marketer, and you can't just be an entrepreneur. You got to be all of them. Combination. All right, we're going to help you set up your coaching business and fall in love with sacred marketing and smart entrepreneurship. This is what, just believe me, I canvassed the market to see what was out there and how we were going to provide something of immense value. And this is it. You're going to learn how to coach your first client, if you haven't done that yet, with confidence and strength, how to embrace your unique vibe, how to tell your story. Okay, your prospects are just a few steps behind you on the path. So again, you don't need to be perfect, but you need to tell your story so that they can see that they can get to where you are. We're going to tell you how to announce your business to the world if it's new, how to hold space between sessions. It's not just what happens during your sessions, it's what happens between them. How to lead powerful enrollment conversations with prospects, because you need to get clients, right? How to onboard your clients. Yes. How to decide if email coaching is worth it and how to have some parameters around that. That can get out of control. It can quickly suck you dry if it's not controlled and defined. I want to teach you how to implement the right systems and technologies from the get-go, how to choose the coaching model that is best for you at the stage of the business you are in. You're all at different stages. It's okay. And this is huge. One of my clients in my business adventure school, she was like, Jenny, please put this element in. I so need it. And this gal, she knows what she's doing, but she needs this element, so I'm giving it to you. How to lead powerful retreats and workshops. How many of you want to do that? By taking your expertise and slicing and dicing it into teachable content that your clients will love. All right, cool. Let me just tell you what you get. And then I already saw, awesome, Michelle. Cool, she wants to send in her application. Yay! So excited. Let me tell you guys, like last night, I could barely sleep. Even though my time was all screwed up from Arizona, I was dreaming about this. Like the final elements were coming in place. You can ask Darcy on my team. You can ask Raina. And I was like, gals, we got to change some things. Like it was just all coming to me. I want to show you the way I think, the way I create things. Like those of you who join with me in this training school, you're going to see this stuff. Like never before have I really gone into, I've never done this for like coaching. Okay, I've done a lot of programs in my day. And I will tell you that those of you who successfully graduate from this program and then go on to get certified, okay, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. You can earn a certification from me, from my business. You will be the ones that I look towards to bring into my community, all right? I can be referring business out to you. I may have you at some of my events to help behind the scenes, to aid in your visibility, to get out, because you know what? A lot of people who like my stuff, they're gonna like your stuff too. I've been needing this for a long time. And I'm gonna look for those women who really step forward into this training, because then I know that you get it. And I can refer people to you with confidence. And I can bring you in to really see the inner workings of my business so that you can learn and apply those pieces of wisdom to your own. I want you to have your own successful coaching, teaching, light worky business, okay? So what are you gonna get? This is weekly training, gals, over 4 months. It's 4 months, and then I'm gonna tell you when you graduate, you're gonna have some enhanced learning opportunities to really go in deep into your business. If you want to, some of you may just want to be in this course because you wanna learn how to apply coaching to your life, and then maybe to your corporate career. That's okay too. That's fine. Coaching will serve you for the rest of your life. If that's you, that's fine. But I know a lot of you are going to want to build your coaching business and build this into what you're doing now. So the training is delivered over 4 months. You're going to get a lesson every week for 3 weeks of the month. And then you'll have a pause week, an implementation and integration week. All right? Yeah, I like it. I like it. Now, we have this really great portal. It's an online customer portal. All the stuff will be there. You'll get an email when the new training lesson is released. You don't have to be anywhere at a particular time. You just can listen to that lesson or watch. It'll be a mix of audio or video. And I'm going to be creating this content in real time. I'm going to be really listening to you about what you need, kind of seeing how you're doing. Okay, you are my inaugural group. So you all will really be dictating how this curriculum gets rolled out. This curriculum will, each lesson will be around 30 to 90 minutes depending on the content, and it's going to immerse you in those 3 golden keys. All right, so there'll be worksheets that go along with the training, because if you're like me, you're visual and you want to be able to see stuff, so we're going to have some worksheets for you that complement each module. You're going to be on the phone with me for live group Q&A calls and coaching demos. So not only will I answer your questions about the content, but I'm then going to be coaching you all and letting some of you coach me, all right? So you can see what I'm doing, so you can learn. The schedule for the calls is there. Again, if you miss any of the calls live, you can listen to the recordings, and you can send your questions in advance. But here's the schedule, so you can see what we're doing here. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to do those coaching demos. I'll break things down for you. I am a master coach. You will see why I'm doing certain things. I will slow it down and show you what's working, what's not, how is this going, okay? Wow, I'm like getting so excited when I talk about this. All right, so I'll also share with you work samples and resources and tip sheets. You're gonna get a client intake form, a list of empowering questions to use during your sessions, package and pricing examples, tools for my book you can use for your clients. Of course, you must inform those clients of its source, crediting Get Gutsy or me, a sample offer form if you wanna do live workshops, tips on hosting live events, and a tip sheet on how you can host a preview call, a teleclass, and we'll put other stuff in there as it comes up during the course. You have requests, we will do our best to accommodate those requests. We want to really just give you immense value, no doubt. And you're gonna get access to some of my courses. Live Your Dream Challenge, Make Money Love You 7-Day Cleanse, The Journey Up the Chakras. Not only can you go through them because you just want to for yourself, but I want you to study them so that you can get ideas for what you can roll out to your clients. It's really not that hard when you have framework, when you have some examples. And of course, we have a private connection forum on Facebook. You all can connect with each other. I'm going to pop in there from time to time. Okay, but it's really a space for you all to connect with each other and share what's coming up. It's going to be magical. Now, of course, we have some hot bonuses, and I want to share what they are. Everyone who applies and gets accepted to our inaugural class will receive these bonuses. Those of you who want to meet with me live, I'm hosting a coaching masterclass. I've never done this before. It will be a one-day coaching masterclass here in the Berkshires. It's going to be in late July, towards the end of our course. All right, so you've studied, you've learned, all the stuff is bubbling up, and guess what? We get to come and meet in person with the intention of fine-tuning your skills, ensuring you feel confident using the tools, and so you can develop powerful partnerships with the women in this group. This will take place in July, the date's there, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be totally, totally magical. Now, you're not required to attend this masterclass to graduate from this course, but it is available to you at no additional cost. Of course, you'll be responsible for your own travel, but the event itself is totally free for you. You will have enrollment in the Tribe Building Bootcamp after you graduate. Yay, I'm so excited. Darlene from Canada, you're gonna fill out an application. Like, you guys know you're doing it. Tell me that you are, and I will send you a virtual high five and hug, tears of happiness, joy. We're gonna have so much fun. Tribe Building Bootcamp will begin in September. So this is available to you as a bonus, no additional cost, all right? We're giving you a lot of business stuff within the core curriculum, but guess what? I'm gonna run the Tribe Building Bootcamp as a standalone course. This will be available for my entire community. We will start promoting that, a few months down the road from now. You all will get a ticket into this course. We're running it live. This is where you will learn the online marketing secrets. Okay, this is where most coaches fall flat. Tribe Building Bootcamp gonna really up the learning for you. You're gonna freaking love it. Okay, again, you're not required to go through this, but you're gonna want to. And finally, a ticket to Alchemy Live. This event is magical. Magical. It's in October, so later on this year. Think about how far you're gonna come from now until October. We're in March. I want you to really just think forward. Where do you want your life to be then? Where do you want your business to be then? If you want to make some changes, if you want to take a page or many pages from my playbook, you need to be in this course. And then you're going to want to come to Alchemy Live. You're going to get a free ticket to Alchemy. It's a 3-day event. The whole theme is turning your gifts into gold. It's all about empowering you to be the soulful entrepreneur and change maker and leader that you are. Okay, it's not just for coaches, Alchemy Live. We have plenty of them there. But it takes things in a whole new level where the event is at a mansion from the Gilded Age. It looks like a castle. We hosted it for the first time last year. If you're looking at the page right now, you see a picture from that event. The event's gonna grow this year. It's pure heaven on earth. I can say that with certainty because I've been there. And I want you to be there too. Now listen, those of you who are ready to sign up now, you want to apply now, the first 10 of you, I'm offering something that is not available to anybody else outside of the Gals in My Business Adventure School Mastermind, which is a year long. I'm going to give you private time with me, a private 60-minute message marketing and systems coaching call with me anytime in 2015. Okay, again, this is not available to the general public. First 10, okay, you have applied and you get accepted. You will have that private call with me. Yeah, and there's no promo code. Nope, somebody says there a promo code. Nope. Those of you first 10 to apply and get accepted, we know Darcy, that she's my awesome operations manager. She's been with me since the beginning, and she knows the first 10. We know who those are. You apply, you get accepted. We will let you know that that we have you on the books, and we know that you have that call with me. You can book it anytime during 2015. I will suggest that you wait until we get into the core curriculum somewhat, so that you really start opening yourselves up. But you can use that anytime in 2015. No, there is no promo code. You can just go for it. There is a $500 application fee. okay? That will be your deposit. Now, if for whatever reason your application is declined, that application fee is fully refundable. We will refund your money if your application is declined, okay? But no promo code, you pay your $500 application fee, then we will give you the application to fill out. It comes over to us and you will hear from us within 3 business days. Now, if you want to hear from some of my past clients or just people who know me, you can read some of these people are talking section, all right? It gives you a sense of just the types of women who I'm connected to. We have a lot of questions here that you can read and really know what you're committing to. This is a commitment. One thing that I want to point out too, the How Will I Become Certified, those of you who want a certification, we are happy to give you that. Not everybody does. Some of you just want to get trained. You're not worried about becoming a Get Gutsy certified coach, but some of you will want that, and we're happy to make that available to you. If you'd like to get certified as a Get Gutsy certified coach, you can do so. The details are here about how that process will work, okay? And if you go through that, you will receive a Get Gutsy certified coach badge for your website and promotional materials. You will officially become part of my referral network, and you'll be considered for visibility opportunities within my community to further hone your coaching and business building skills. Now, if you just want to graduate from the course, that's fine, and we will be able to show that as well, that we will give you a Get Gutsy Coach Training School badge that you can put on your website, because we know that's important for many of you, and we're happy to show that you've done this and to help you in your marketing and promotion efforts. Now, this is a full-bodied commitment. You can't just like I'm just going to dance in and dance out of this. Like, I want you to do this because you really are ready to learn. You are really ready to learn. So you do need to be committed, and we have this in here. But just know that the content is very digestible. You can do it on your own schedule, okay? But I want you to come in this with a full-bodied commitment. All right? If you're not really committed, that undermines my ability to support you. All right? Now I see Michelle from Boston. She's trying to pay through PayPal. Darcy, she may be having some issues. It keeps freezing. So Darcy, Michelle, just send a note to us at support@jennyfenig.com if you're having issues. And Darcy, she oversees that. We know that you're one of the first ones to submit your application, so you'll go within that first 10. And Darcy can help you directly there. Darcy, if you have any other ideas, just get back to Michelle. She's having an issue submitting her deposit. So other stuff that I want to, if you have spouses or partner, you need to get their support. We have an answer for you there. Any other things, let's see, that I specifically want to call out. How much homework? It's about 2 to 4 hours per week, okay, to really dive into this. And then again, if you're coaching clients, that's not homework, that's you doing the work, okay? Pre-work, I want all of you to read my book, Get Gutsy, either before the course begins or certainly within it, because that is going to show you what is possible as you do your giant work in the world, okay? All right, let's see. I need to update this. Let's see, pre-work, because I know I added some stuff. Yeah, okay. Boo, 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 boo. Yes, there's a payment plan. And yeah, if you have any other questions, again, you can just type them in. I can stay on with you for a few more minutes. I know this is an important decision for you. You can also send us a note to support@jennyfenig.com. Now listen, I'm gonna back this up with an Invest with Confidence guarantee. Cool. Listen, you go through this entire course. You go for it. You do everything that we're giving you, and you don't feel like you got extreme value from this training, I'm gonna refund your money. Here's how it would work. You come to Alchemy Live, all right? And if you don't feel like you've gotten extreme value, you're gonna be able to tell a team member before lunch, and we're gonna refund 100% of your investment. You're gonna need to turn in all of your assignments, okay? Everything that we have listed here, we're gonna see that you attended everything. But if that's you and you don't feel like you got extreme value, tell us at the event and we will refund your money, okay? Otherwise, there are no refunds and no exceptions. All right, so application process. You're gonna click apply now. You're gonna pay your $500 deposit. You're gonna fill out the questionnaire. You're gonna receive a notice regarding your acceptance within 3 business days. And then once your application is approved, we will let you know about, we will process either your remaining payment or you can go into the payment plan, all right? You'll see everything that's included. We've already talked about that. The actual value of this entire experience is $50,000. Everything that I'm teaching you, everything, the entire experience. Your investment is so much lower. $3,500 paid in full. We do offer a payment plan, which would be $500 deposit and 9 monthly payments of $388. Okay. So yeah. What else do I want to tell you? Yeah, someone's watching from the beginning. I get it. If the first 10 who apply and get accepted will receive that message marketing and systems coaching call with me. Other than that, the pricing is what it will be for the entire time that this course is available, and all the bonuses are available to all. Okay, so don't worry. I want you to really take this in. And know that the sooner you apply, the sooner you can start creating your future and changing the world in the way that only you can. Now, whether you want to build a 6-figure full-time coaching business, add coaching into your current business offerings, coach leaders within your organization, or generate a little extra income by working with a handful of clients a month, we have got you covered. All right, so I'm so psyched to do this with you. Again, Get Gutsy, coachtraining.com. Here I am again. I want to be sensitive to your time. If you need to hop off, hop off. I'm happy to answer any final questions, anything that you want to know about your coaching business, about what this is. I know it's, again, it's an important decision. I'll never forget when I discovered the coach training school that I went through back in 2008. Again, I invested to the tune of $9,000. I didn't learn the business stuff. And I have to be honest about that. I just didn't. I learned about the coach, how to be a great coach, and I'll always be grateful for that. But I created the Get Gutsy Coach Training School because it is so needed in the market. It is so, so needed. It was like digging a hole inside of me. I was in pain watching trained coaches not making it as a coach. And then I was also, on the flip side, getting really frustrated seeing all these like online marketing stuff happening and people calling themselves coaches. They didn't even know what that was. Like, they had no idea how to be a coach, what to do, like how to package, how to shape your sessions, how to deal with the nightmare client, the client who doesn't show up, the client who is not a fit, you know, any of that stuff. Like, that is what you need. Like, we need more coaches in the world. We really do. We need more teachers. We need more light workers. And so I put together something spectacular. Like, this is it. This is it. I've done my research prior to this. My last corporate job, I was a researcher. That's what I did. I researched topics and I created offerings as a result of a need in the market. And that is exactly what I did with this. I looked at every coach training school. I really did. And, you know, it's my first coach training school I've ever developed. So I want to make sure that I was putting together something amazing for you for our inaugural group. And I know that I have. I feel it with every fiber of my being, and it would be an extreme honor. So again, any other questions, any other comments? I know we've got some applications rolling in, deposits being put down. I can't wait to see your application. If this is not a fit for you, that's cool too. I hope you've gotten extreme value from this. We have other webinars that I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. You're welcome to continue coming to every single one of those webinars. It's going to be on a different topic. All right, and then of course I'll talk more about the Get Gutsy Coach Training School, because my job is to enroll our inaugural students into this school and to help create the next generation of coaches and change makers in the world. So expect to be hearing from me on that. But I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to do this with you, and I thank you and I salute you. And I'll give you just a, any parting thoughts here that you want to share with me, anything you want me to know there, I'm happy to hear from you. I will say to you that your transformational coaching expertise will change the world. I promise you. The work that I'm doing every day, I'm validated on this every single day. Never discount what you bring to the table, ever. You are a force for good in the world. And unless people know about you, and unless you have all the back end pieces of information and knowledge that you need, you're never going to touch the lives that you're here to touch on the scale that you're here to do that. All right? I want better for you. And I promise you, if you come into this school and you give it everything that you've got, you will come out stronger. I get emotional thinking about this because I see this as such a huge opportunity. And let me tell you, I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, we are doing something major here. But I know that this is going to change so much. And I know I'm the one to do it. And I'm saying yes. And if you're ready to say yes too, I'm right here with you. If you have any more questions, please get in touch with my team. Read through the page. We aim to just answer everything that we could think of that you might be thinking of. But we're bound to miss some things on there, okay? If that's the case, send us a note to support@jennyfennig.com. If you have your particular situation you want to tell us about or what have you, we're happy to answer your questions on that. You can also call us at 1-877-529-2098. All right, and we'll get back to you. We want to make sure that you're confident about stepping forward. Okay, so again, thank you so much, all the coaches of the world. High five. This is about converting your expertise into a successful coaching business. I'm thrilled to be doing this with you. Congratulations for saying yes to being a coach. And for those of you I get the chance to work with in the Gut Gutsy Coach Training School, then, oh my gosh, we are in for such a journey. It's gonna be amazing. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, I'm signing off now. Thanks to Darcy for handling the back end of things. And thanks to Raina for pulling together our page, and thanks to all of you for doing this. And for those of you who filled out your survey, we did a survey prior to this for telling me what you bump up against as a coach or as an aspiring coach. I appreciate that. Everything has gone into birthing this baby for you. All right, I look forward to continuing to support you on the journey. Much love to you, and where my coaches at? Let's dance. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yay, we did it. All right, girls, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.